Hi, this is Jat T. Jones, and today we're going to be talking about making peace with your father. Part of being a man and your journey into manhood and through manhood is having a peaceful relationship with your father. Now, if you're like a lot of guys, the relationship between you and your father is a bit rocky, there's a bit of bumps there, a bit of friction, or maybe it's really terrible and you don't talk to each other at all. But whatever it is, we're going to address this issue because it is impacting you in your work, in your studies, in your relationships with women, and how you relate to the world and other people, and how the way you see yourself. It relates to everything. Okay, our relationship with our father as a man is really important. So this is something that we really need to address. I'm going to tell you that in 2006, I lost my dad. He had a heart attack, sudden, without warning, and he passed away. And I tell you, I would give anything, including my life, to have 5 minutes. 5 minutes with him. Even 5 minutes with him. Just to tell him, I love you, and thank you. And you did a good job. I appreciate you. So if your dad's still around, man, I tell you, take advantage. Because if he's gone, and you didn't say the things that you wanted to say to him, then you'll feel like this. You'll be filled with guilt, regret, self-hatred, and it'll be really hard for you to get over it. So that's why we're having this conversation. If your dad is still around, man, make sure you make peace with him. Because if he's gone and you didn't say the things that you wanted to say to him, you're going to feel a tremendous amount of guilt, of self-hatred, of regret. And there's going to be a part of you as a man that's going to struggle. Alright? It's taken me 8 years to come to peace with the unresolved things that I wanted to say to my dad that I couldn't because he passed away so quickly. And I wanted to say those things to him and I procrastinated. I didn't express how I truly felt, and he passed away not knowing how much I loved him, how much I was thankful, how much I appreciated him, and how much I wanted to be his friend, right? I wanted to be closer to him. So, if your father is still around, know the value. You need to understand a couple things about your father. I've tried to make this video for the past 2 years, but I just crack up every time. But you know what? I don't care. I'm gonna do it this time. Because if it saves you the trouble and the pain that it cost me, then that's worth it. Alright? Your dad cares about you. Your dad wants to be close to you. And he's human, just like you and me. Sometimes we expect too much from our fathers, and we judge them for the way they raised us and what they did and what they didn't do and how they treated us and how they should have treated us and so forth. You need to understand that your dad wasn't only dealing with you, he was dealing with your mother. If you had siblings, he was dealing with them. He was dealing with the whole world and the weight of the world on his shoulders. He was dealing with putting food on the table, making a living, his own happiness and his own issues with his own father and his own parents and all that stuff. We got to take that into account and be realistic in our expectations of our fathers. All right, maybe they weren't there for us as much as we wanted. Well, You know, if you sit down and talk to him, maybe he'll tell you why he wasn't there for you as much as you wanted him to. Maybe you could understand his perspective. And by doing so, you can rekindle that relationship that you have. And I tell you, man, you have a strong relationship with your father, that makes you stronger as a man. That makes you stronger moving through the land of women, through the land of business, through all of life. So if you have the opportunity, I highly recommend you go and you make peace with your father. It may be one of the best things you ever do in your life. Alright? If you're feeling self-righteous, like I'm right and he's wrong and I'm going to make him suffer, get off it. It's not worth it. Think about this. If right now you picked up your phone and somebody told you, I'm sorry to tell you, but your father has just passed away. If that happened to you right now, would you be at peace? Would you be at peace with that relationship that you have with him? That you said everything you needed to say to him? If not, then you gotta call him up and tell him, Dad, I wanna have an honest conversation with you. And then talk to him, man. Just talk to him. Being right and making others wrong, it really has no reward in the end. Much better to open your heart, be humble, express what you have to express, let him express what he has to express, and then make peace with each other. And it may be one of the best things you ever do in your life as a man. Whew. This has been a very hard video, but I hope it helps somebody. Get off your self-righteous bullshit. Stop blaming your father. Get off it. Go up, have a man-to-man conversation with him, make peace, and I promise you your life will get better because of it. Alright, take care.